So, Donald Trump is still in charge of the USA. He's been in charge for 4 years now, and in that time, he has ruined the US, literally. Like, he's pretty much racially caused political controversial war. He's scrapped an entire healthcare system, and he's pretty much rejected every single part of democracy ever. And he's now refusing to leave power peacefully. He's even cancelled a US presidential debate because apparently he can't be bothered to go on a Zoom call. This man's a literal genius. Now you're probably wondering, why the frick is Mental Health Channel talking about US politics? Because I'm starting to see the consequences of this man being in charge. And I want to go through some of it today. Now, can I just make clear before everyone goes in the comments, like, stop getting involved in US politics. You're British, clearly. You drink tea every day and, pray to God every day. Shut the fuck up. You don't know nothing. I know I'm British. I don't know nothing. I'm very culturally insensitive. I totally go down the pub every night and get pissed. So, yeah, just to make it clear, I am British. I don't live in the US. I have no right to, call out anyone on what they do. But I also have a freedom of speech, and I can technically talk about anyone whenever I want. And I'm allowed to express opinions on another country's politics. So today, I'm going to do that. Again, these are all my opinions. This is based on what I know. So this all might be inaccurate. Just so you know, I'm not like some political expert. So before you go in that comment section and type a load of rude mean comments and really break my heart, totally, just take that on board. So, the US. Apparently one of the most powerful and diplomatical countries on this planet, is currently, in my opinion, being run by a full-fledged Dictatorian and psychopath. That's pretty much what I call him. He has no beliefs in democracy. He pretty much ruined an entire healthcare system and took healthcare away from millions and millions. And now is refusing to take part in legislational debates because he can't be bothered to go on a Zoom call. He decided to hide away very important international security issues from the public to apparently prevent panic. Yeah, prevent panic my arse. He was briefed in January about the possible risks of COVID-19. He was told how many people would possibly die if he didn't take action then. What did he do? Hide it away from the public until mid-March. And this is the most powerful country in the world. The consequences of this were pretty huge. Millions, or not millions, a good thousands and thousands of people, probably tens of thousands, have died because of these inaccurate and low-key decisions. He basically told all the states of America to do it themselves, get on with it, and I'll just sit here in my thing tweeting. I hate Vladimir Putin, and I think he's such a bitch, and I really want to kill him. He didn't actually say that, just so you don't quote me on this shit. It just throws me off, the fact that the US President of the United States of America, who has the most power than over any man on this earth or woman, is sitting there in his little office tweeting. Tweeting! And some of these tweets are going live at midnight. In the USA. Midnight in the USA is like midday for us. It just amazes me. Instead of dealing with all the problems he probably could deal with, he's sitting there insulting people on social media. It's brilliant. Now, the problem is, news sites and, media in general don't want to cover all this. They don't want to make him look like this bad politician. Because they're scared that this could turn into a big financial and legal issue. However, the comedians of the United States, Stephen Colbert and all these other great people, have really ripped this guy to shreds and tore away all his powers and been like, you know what, this guy's just doing a horrible job. As sad as it is, dictatorship in the modern world is one of the biggest national and global security risks as of current. The idea that people are being trapped in countries, abused and neglected, told what to do and have no right in how their country is run is just horrible. And in the modern world, with the current rate of how equality is taking place and how people are standing up for themselves, it is just not right. And at the moment, this is the way Donald Trump is leading the country. He literally, I don't know if it was this week or last week, refused to leave office peacefully. Made up some entire scandal that apparently the ballots, that, you know, how the US voting system works, is all false. And apparently it's all a load of shit. Even though FBI and CIA directors have told him that this is not right and this is not happening. But he's still refusing to leave office peacefully. Not been seen in US politics in years. Every year so far since Donald Trump come into power, there's always been a peaceful transfer of power. Today, nah, not happening. The elections are taking place. People in the US, possibly for the last time ever, are getting the free will to say who leads their country. And I'm warning you, Americans, don't mess this one up. The next 4 years of your futures is going to be decided through one tick on a piece of paper. You mess it up, you're going to be either living through 4 years of hell or 4 years of possible luxury, depending on how Biden runs the country. Now, I get it, okay? It's not easy to decide who to pick. You know, most political leaders or anyone in politics just put a bunch of stuff on paper like, I'm going to do this. Please trust me. And then by the time they're actually in power, they don't do anything on their actual list of things they were going to do. But when these leaders step over the line, it is the public's, the American people's job to stand up and be a democracy. To protest peacefully, obviously. To campaign, to make news articles aware of these situations. That is what the news and the media is there for, to pick apart society's faults and make the people aware of them. As sad as it is, politicians and all these people in power are not perfect, and you're not either. The way your country moves forward is by the government and the people working together as a team and not having no power play. There's 3 things that you need to worry about here. Health, national security, and public services and quality. Quality, in terms of how good your living standards are. National security. Is your Prime Minister or President protecting democracy in the world and protecting your country from possible threats? Health. Is your President or Prime Minister providing you practical health care? And is your country stable and in a place of pure peace? If not, time to rethink who's in power. The man who you currently have in office has the powers to launch the most powerful weapon on this earth. It's called a nuclear weapon that could destroy cities and countries within seconds. Donald Trump has that power. He doesn't even need to negotiate with Congress to do that. He has a little pouch by his side at all times. He tells his generals to launch a nuke, and it happens. The man who took away your healthcare, the man who refused to do a peaceful transition of power, has the power to launch a nuclear weapon. If that's not a national security problem, I don't know what is. He's refused to follow the advice of his scientific professionals hundreds of times. Not wear masks, and even encouraged people, I can't even believe I'm able to say this on camera, encouraged people to put bleach into them to apparently defeat coronavirus. His health advisor literally sat there like this, dying. So before the world goes into a political collapse and America becomes a dictatorship, a bit like North Korea, let's vote for the right president, please. Your opinions matter. You live currently in a state of democracy. Don't mess this one up.